Have you thought of coaching, for instance? Have you ever done coaching or thought of doing it in the future?
Okay. I had recent conversations with Terence Linda about coaching because not many people recall this or even know, because this was a problem before their time. I had the privilege of going to Sukhumi in Russia in 1988, and this was not to attend and play a tournament. This was in fact to attend a coaching session, and this was not a coaching session to coach me as a player, but it was a coaching session to coach you to coach.
Wow.
And it was an eye-opener for me because I thought it was really to coach me to improve my chess. But no, it wasn't that. It was to give you some various tips to assist you in coaching. And it was very interesting. I met some more masters there. I mentioned masters that I met at my first Olympiad. I met Edward Blufeld, who was more than happy to go through his famous King's Indian game against Yuri Balashov. I think you all look at that game, where he sacked everything. He was proud of that game, very proud, and he would never do a session without showing you that game, Edward Blufeld. And he went through that game with us. There was Evgeny Sveshnikov.
Wow.
Who also did a session with us. He also gave a simul as well. There was Grandmaster Panchenko, who I played a simul. I beat him.
So what were the sessions like? What would they do? They'd show you an end-game position, or would they play a game with you, or how does it, what was the format?
Alright guys, this is 30 years back. But we had sessions where they would, Edward Blufeld, for example, would be going through his game. But in most rounds going through his game, he is doing it in a way, and he's letting you know this as well, that you have to keep your audience interested. You have to keep your audience amused. You have to capture your audience. And so it is also part of his personality, because he's a very joyful character. And of course the game itself is very exciting. And he's asking you, well, what is the move? And then he may stop at a point, and then he will say to you, well, this is what you may ask of your students, right? That this would be a very interesting position, because there are typically a few best moves here, you know, and so there's not just one good move. And this is the kind of thing that he would do. Yuri Averbakh was also there as well. Averbakh, a lot of the younger generation here may not even know this name, but Yuri Averbakh was
Essential endings and stuff like
I was
that.
about to mention that. He was probably only second to Capablanca back then as an endgame specialist. Yuri Averbakh. And he went through some openings, and he went through some endgames.
Well, that's quite a resume, Shane, to have that on your list, that you were running Soviet training.
Students must know the Averbakh, must have a lineup against the King's Indian. That is Yuri Averbakh.